Meet 24-year-old Carolyn. She used to work at a tanning salon, and she says the pressures were high.
Through the salon, to represent it, you have to be tan. So going to the tanning expos and everything like that, everyone just looked pretty much all the same and nice and plastic. I would go just 1 to 2 times a week, and then the pressure started building and I felt like I needed to be darker, and I started to really enjoy it. And at that time, the tanning bed limit was 30 minutes. So you're cooking in the bed for 30 minutes. So it started about almost every other day after a while.
At the age of 22, Carolyn noticed a discolored bump on her ankle. She went to see a doctor immediately. She then got the news she had been diagnosed with melanoma.
My sister came into town, and I don't know, for her to repeat to my family and making the phone call telling them that I have melanoma and some form of cancer at 24 was scary. I never thought it'd happen to me, for sure.
We want to do everything we can to prevent cancer from happening in the first place. We know that skin cancer across Canada is increasing. Last year we saw about 5,800 people diagnosed with melanoma.
According to the Indoor Tanning is Out Coalition, the biggest misconception is that tanning beds are not risky.
Your risk does go up with certain skin types, so there is a classification, and the fair-skinned folks are at greater risk. There's no question about that. Which is not to say that the other type, who are more swarthy-skinned or darker-skinned, are without risk. So we don't want that to be continued as a myth that, you know, my skin type is such, no problem for me. In fact, it continues across all skin types.
Most of skin cancers are fairly easy to deal with. Melanoma affects about, depending on the statistics on the year, about 1.3% of the population or so. But it's the most deadly, one of the most deadly cancers. If not caught early, there's very little that can be done. We now have drugs that are extremely expensive that maybe increase the chances by a few percent.
Every 6 months I have to go see a dermatologist, and constantly there's always spots changing, growing, colors, whatever, new things, and I'm always getting them removed, and it hurts. You get the freezing, and it takes a long time to heal, and I'm constantly getting scars all over my body now.
As long as the industry is consulted and we're able to kind of give our piece and make sure everybody knows that all sunbeds are not the same. Okay, there's 3 different kinds of sunbeds in my mind. There's phototherapy units that are used by dermatologists to treat acne, psoriasis, things like that. There's home use units, which means somebody has a bed in their basement type of thing. And there's a professional salon. I do believe that if you burn your skin repeatedly, that will increase your risk. I have no doubt in my mind, I think I'm a logical guy, that is not good. To burn your skin repeatedly is not a good idea. Everybody gets a sunburn now and again. Okay, that does not mean that you're going to wake up the next day with melanoma. That's not what that means. However, over the course of time, the more sunburns you get, I do believe that would increase your risk, whether that overexposure comes from outside or inside.
Carolyn will be dealing with this for the rest of her life.
It could have been a lot worse for me, and I've learned just pretty much, if I can get the word out, I definitely am in support of preventing this for someone else, because I don't want anyone else to go through this.
Do the benefits outweigh the risks when it comes to indoor tanning? You decide for now. The government of Alberta is currently working on legislation to regulate the tanning industry, and we will have to wait to see what comes of it. For Go Calgary, I'm Lisa Wolansky.